Hey guys, Ryan here from Indy Wrestling School. And who should you be hiring for your wrestling promotion? We're going to talk about it all coming up. Hey guys, thanks for checking out this video. If you're new here, please consider subscribing below. We put out new videos every single Thursday for 3 Minute Thursday. I've gotten this question so many times and I never knew how to answer it because I don't want to give a specific answer. The question I always get is, who should I be hiring for my wrestling promotion? And I think what everybody's looking for are names of specific wrestlers that maybe I use a lot or I would recommend. And while I'd be happy to give those names out because I'd be happy for these guys to get more and more work, that's not really the goal. You shouldn't be looking at specific wrestlers. What you should be looking for are specific types of wrestlers. Now, the first thing you want to look at is your roster and say, here's who I have so far. What don't I have? What am I missing? You know, I have 20 guys who can do a 5-star match. Do I have any guys who are just all flash and all entertaining? I mean, maybe that's not what you're looking for, but I always prefer a versatile roster. I want a little bit of everything on our roster. In my opinion, wrestling fans like a la carte pro wrestling. They want a bunch of different stuff. They want to see a good match. They might want to see a brawl. They might want to see something entertaining. They might want to see a dancing spot. They might want to see a comedy spot. They want a little bit of everything. And to me, when wrestling is done the right way, it's people that you care about, storylines that mean something to you or resonate with you, with a variety of different styles. So the one thing I would tell people automatically what you should be looking for are people who will promote your product. Not just promote themselves, but promote the show. Not just because they're on the show, but tell you, hey, check out this show. We got an awesome lineup. Not just, hey, I'm going to be on this show Saturday, come see me if you want. That's not really promoting your product, that's promoting themselves. So the first thing I always tell people, look for somebody who promotes your product or is promoting another product very well that makes you want to see a different product and not just themselves. The other thing is, if you are a pro wrestler, what you should have somewhere in your arsenal is a Dropbox, a Google Drive, some kind of shared folder that has a promo picture, which is already cut out if possible, and up to date, because the first thing a lot of wrestlers do will complain about promoters using old pictures because they weren't sent anything new. And if you cut out that picture already, meaning you have removed the background, you've made it even easier for the promoter to stick you on that poster and make you front and center for everybody to see that you're getting booked. Second thing you want to have in there is your entrance music, because a lot of times the promoters need to forward that to whoever's doing the music. If they're doing it themselves, they need to have that music ready and available. And the last thing they want to do on the day of a show when they have a million things to do is worry about what your entrance music is and how they can download it. Never ever come to the show holding your phone saying, hey, can you get my music off of this? No promoter, no music person ever wants to deal with that. You should also have in there a resume, a list of places you work, some references, stuff like that, because essentially what you're doing is you're looking for work, right? This is a job, you want to treat it like a job. Have a resume, have people they have been referred by so that the promoters can look to these people and say, hey, you've worked with this guy, what do you think? And have a couple matches in that folder also, so the promoters can see you working not just a 5-star match. Maybe you're working a veteran who's maybe limited in the ring so that you can do multiple things. Have a promo in there to show what you can do outside of just in the ring stuff. Show yourself as a babyface and as a heel, because the other thing a promoter's looking for, or should be looking for, is versatility. Somebody who can go and be anywhere on the card and make their moment matter to the people who bought a ticket. Look, there's a very different style between, working a Bret Hart in his prime versus working a Bret Hart when he came back in whatever year that was, 2012, and he had that short run against Vince McMahon, right? They're two different wrestlers, and you need to work around people's limitations, right? So there's not just that. Can you throw this guy in a tag match? Can you throw him in a really fast-paced match? Can you throw him in a match that's going to have a lot of comedy spots or a lot of gaga, as it's called? You want somebody who's versatile. And that, in addition to promotion, is probably the two most important things you're going to need from a pro wrestler on your show. Now, obviously, you can get into the weeds and you can talk for days about what you want out of a wrestler and what they can do and what they should offer. But for me, those two things are the most important, and the guys I've used the most have been following those two traits the entire time. They promote the product, they promote themselves, but they're also extremely versatile in the ring. and they can be put anywhere on the card, and those are the guys as a promoter that I can rely on, and that's huge, and that's super important if you're a wrestling promoter. Hope that answered the question. I know some people were looking for specific wrestlers, but I'm not going to go ahead and do that. I think it's better to give you characteristics because, you know, the wrestlers I'm referring, they might be retired in 5-10 years, and this video will still be out. So it's more important that you look up the characteristics, the traits, and what you should be looking for, and what has worked for me. So if you like this video, please beat the shit out of the like button, and I'll see you next week for 3 Minute Thursday.